And you wanna scream, don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this godforsaken mess that you made me. Whatever it says. That was exactly what it says. Okay, quiet on set. Hello? The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
Welcome to Did You Mean to Say That?
The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Erin.
And I'm your co-host, Bobby.
And welcome to our Taylor Swift episode.
Episode 13. We have a live studio audience today. Hannah A and Hannah A are here.
It's so funny in our group chat because when you react to stuff, it just says H-A. And I'm like, which could be any of them. Don't know. Mackenzie's not here because she's an anti-swiftie now that everyone's saying she's a swiftie. Where do we start? You want to start with our journeys.
Our journeys.
Yeah. How did you become a swiftie?
So Taylor came out when I was in like 5th grade, I guess.
God.
And my 5th grade girlfriend, Kelce, her and I's song was our song. So I loved that song. But I didn't listen to other Taylor Swift music. Like, I knew Tim McGraw and Picture to Burn, I think, and, like, Teardrops on My Guitar. But I wasn't really a fan. And then in junior high, I met Marie.
Yeah.
And she loved me. And she loved Taylor Swift. And I
And
didn't
what
really love
happens?
Taylor Swift. She texted me one time and just said, track 4, period. And I said, what?
The drama.
What are you talking about? She said, Taylor Swift Fearless album track 4, which is Hey Steven, which is hilarious.
All the girls tossing rocks at your window.
No.
Yeah, right?
She was going to be there through it all, even though all the girlies wanted you.
And then I was in her wedding as a gay man.
You were a bridesmaid in her wedding to her husband who's straight.
And then Ryan Sandy and I were always beefing, as you recall. And he loved Taylor Swift too.
The drama.
And when...
Both of my ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, right?
Bobby and Ryan Sandy.
Yup.
Is he gay?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you mean is he gay? Don't you follow him?
Oh, wait. Yeah. Love you. I'm never going to watch.
So, I did not like Taylor Swift because one time, well, first of all, the excuse I ran with was she's too goody two shoes. Like, she annoys me.
I feel that way about you on the podcast.
What?
You're too goody two shoes.
Oh, fuck you.
He's back.
He's back and cuntier than ever, faggot. One time my other ex-girlfriend, Mackenzie, who hated me,
Hilarious.
and Ryan Sandy, who hated me, made a YouTube video singing "You're Not Sorry," and it was very pointed at me. So then I hated Taylor Swift even more.
The trauma and the drama.
The trauma in the drama.
Wow.
I deserved it. And then
No one deserves that.
and then one fateful summer day,
Oh, no.
I was nannying, and
What a life you've lived.
I go to the nanny place, like my friend's house.
Hello? Quiet on set.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Literally, what the was it you? Yeah, we know. Hannah's lifting a truck and setting it down. Like, it was the craziest
Bodybuilder.
sound
Just a
ever.
side job.
She can squat and lift a crazy amount of weight.
I know.
Well, the recycling's getting picked up from my apartment right now, and if you hear that, whatever. So one fateful summer day.
I'm babysitting, nannying, if you will.
Yeah.
I look on Twitter, none other than tweets, oh my god, this new Taylor Swift song. And it was, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together.
What year was this?
Whatever year that We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together came
like
out.
2011.
Yeah, like literally that day.
2012.
It's so
Is that
funny
when me
because
and
that's
Matt
about and like that's when me and him started dating. That's so funny the way that our worlds collide.
I know, Invisible String.
Aww.
I know. So I listened to the song on repeat. I loved it. I loved the pop aspect of it. And then, like a month or so later, I'm on my way to school driving my sister, and I Knew You Were Trouble just dropped. And I literally listened to it on repeat the whole drive there. She was so annoyed.
I bet.
And I stayed in my car to listen to it again. Was late for
Period.
first period.
Period.
And then, like, a few weeks after that, she did a performance on some award show of I Knew You Were Trouble, and it was just, like, the most amazing performance I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And I texted Marie. I was like, I'm on board.
Track 5.
So from then on, I went back and listened to all of her other songs, and I was just a Swiftie.
Wow.
And I still am.
So my journey started in 7th grade, which would have been probably the same year yours started, because I think that's how far we are apart.
I would have been in 9th.
Or we're 3.
Oh, wait. I would have been in
You're 2
4th
years older.
grade.
That sucks. My homeroom was math class, and me and Michaela Bartos would sing Teardrops on My Guitar every single day to Drew Staley, because Drew looks, and we would like piss him off to no end. Like, he couldn't fucking stand it.
Uh-huh.
But like towards the end, he was like, okay, like,
Kind of
this
a
song
bop.
kind of fucks.
Yeah, that song does fuck.
And I loved Debut when I was a kid. Like, Mary's song was like my favorite song, which is crazy.
Best song.
I just absolutely loved it. Obviously, Fearless, Love Story, like, yeah, love it. And Speak Now, love it. Red, love it. And then something happened, and I just like fell off. I don't really even know.
You were in your like rap era, I guess.
So hard. Like, just, I was not.
Taylor wasn't on your radar.
Not on my radar. Like, obviously, I know almost every song from 1989 because they're all singles.
Mm-hmm.
But I completely missed 1989. I thought Lover was like the worst album. I was so pissed about her marching band Me performance because of Beychella.
Beyonce.
And I was just out. And I've talked on the podcast before about the Kanye of it all. Like, I was, and which is crazy because my Kanye journey is I hated Kanye West because of Taylor Swift. And Gravel and J. Will were like, you're a dumb bitch. Like, go home and listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and you'll get it.
I was a huge Kanye fan.
From then on, I was a stan, and then I kind of flipped, and I was like, fuck Taylor Swift, which is crazy because insane. And when the Taylor Swift thing happened, a pastor at my fucking church gave a fucking sermon about like forgiveness and apologies, and said that like he believed like Kanye's apology to Taylor Swift, but this was like before the recording and
That's
stuff.
insane.
It was I that is so ingrained in my head. Anyway, I can't remember if I've told this story on the podcast, but I know I've told you. I went to New York because my parents lived there, and my dad absolutely fucking loved Welcome to New York, and I was like, are you kidding? This is like the worst song I've ever heard.
Crazy.
Her worst single. Crazy. It's so annoying.
Wasn't a single?
Whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, it was. It was like on the radio and shit. My dad knew it.
No, it was just the first song on the album. It was never a single.
Maybe he was listening to Sirius XM, so like they do whatever
Sure.
they want on there. And I was just like, Dad, this song fucking sucks. I hate Taylor Swift. And he literally like sat me down and was like, first of all, it's the best song I've ever heard. And we just moved to New York, so this is my fucking anthem right now. Third of all, you need to get back to your roots. Like, you were a day one. You were like ahead of your time.
Uh-huh.
She's the best songwriter of your generation. Like, you need to pull up your bootstraps and try again.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally like, you're just wrong, bitch. Like,
You were wrong, bitch.
I know. And now, if you've seen us talk about it, we
love her.
love Welcome to New York. Like,
Always.
Oh, yeah.
oh my God, it's electric.
Suit of Armor.
It's literally electric. Like, that song makes me feel something. It makes me feel like I've just moved to New York, and I haven't. So anyway, that's my journey. And then I came back in the last, like,
few years.
2 years,
Yeah.
like maybe less. And I listened to Lover, 1989, Folklore, and Evermore, like, well after they came out.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's some of my... Well, I came back for Reputation. I
Yeah, 'cause we
watched
went
the
to
Look What
the-
You Made Me Do video,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, oh, bitch, I'm back.
Yeah.
Here I
Mm-hmm.
come. You've got me again.
I just want everyone to know that when I just went to this DoorDash, she had Taylor Swift nails on and was listening to 1989 in the car.
Oh
I was like,
my-
oh my God, I love your sweatshirt. And I was like,
Little do
"And
you
there's
know.
a podcast upstairs. And he said,
Wait, that's
I wish you
insane.
would have come
I
up.
know.
Oh my God.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's the most amazing thing I've ever fucking heard. So yeah, I watched the Look What You Made Me Do video. I came back, but I still never revisited 1989 or Lover. And then when Folklore and Evermore came out, I was just like, boring, whatever. Evermore even, I didn't like until like 2 months ago. Like, it was post going to Eras. I still didn't fuck with it. And now I'm like, that was incorrect.
Well, when 1989 first came out, I was living in Florida, hanging out with Jason every single day of my life.
Sucks.
And it came out, he was a huge swiftie too. And when 1989 first came out, I did not like it at first, which is insane.
Right.
And then literally it became like my...
Tell him what you said. Oh, wait, you've already said that.
I've said it a
podcast.
million times. But
A million little times you've said it.
it literally just became like my soundtrack for that time period of my life. Like it,
Yeah, the suit of armor of
to
it
this
all.
day, it's so nostalgic. Jason and I went to the 1989... Well, let me back up. In junior year of high school, Sarah Freeman and I went to the Red Tour together.
What, Sarah Freeman?
And it was so fun.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was such a good show. And that, to this day, is my favorite Taylor Swift concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Not like, well,
Yeah.
in terms of the show itself.
Right.
And then Jason and I were having a tumultuous relationship, of course.
Right.
And
As one does.
the concert that he bought tickets to, floor seats, like 13th row, probably
Right.
not 13th, but like we'll say it was on Halloween on the last night of the 1989 World Tour in Tampa. So I didn't break up with him because I wanted to go to this concert. And I'm so glad I went, but I was sobbing the whole time, and he was just like recording the show the whole time.
On his GoPro.
On his whatever.
Pre-garbage disposal.
Rep tour, we went for my birthday and got so fucked up, and I have to tell this
You
story.
have to tell this story.
Little Miss Marie gets so drunk. that
Hammered.
And we have 2 rows of friends, so like
Yeah.
we're like whatever.
Staggered.
But in front of Marie and I, there are people we don't know. A mom and her young
Child.
children. 2 young children.
Yeah.
Marie keeps spilling beer on them by accident. And it was an accident.
On this kid.
And the mom is so pissed. She's like,
Obviously.
what the hell?
Please stop spilling beer in my child's hair.
Annie Schmidt is there and tries to defend Marie by going, who brings kids to a concert? And Marie goes, well, it's Taylor Swift.
Literally, like, who brings adults to a concert for Taylor
Right.
Swift? Like,
And then we got so fucked up the whole night, and it was so iconic and funny.
that family left.
Yeah, they left.
Like, I don't know if they left the whole concert, but they
probably-
stopped sitting there, which is so fucked.
I feel
if you
really
guys
bad.
are watching, that family that was in front of us, we are so sorry. She
Venmo
was
request me
hammered.
for like $10 or something.
Okay, well, I don't know if you can replace that poor little girl's experience at the Reputation tour.
Covered in beer.
I'm sorry. Like, I feel genuinely so
No,
terrible for
no,
them.
that
But
was-
from our perspective, that was so funny. But really fucked up. But, like,
For
obviously
sure.
she wasn't doing it intentionally. She was hammered. Mm-hmm. But insane. And, yeah, that night was insane. We literally did Adderall and, like, stayed up till 5 in the fucking morning. 7 in the
7.
morning.
We're sitting under that
you,
tree.
me, Brooke, and Maddie
Yeah.
watched the sunrise come up.
Yeah.
Maddie didn't even make it. She
She
almost
almost
made it. It was just
made
you,
it.
me, and Brooke.
Yeah, under that,
That
tree.
was such
Remember
a beautiful
that?
moment. I will never forget it.
That was fun.
We were literally sitting outside the hotel smoking. Everyone had gone to
It
sleep.
was on my actual birthday.
After
too.
we took photos of you in the bathtub with a ton of balloons, which I love those photos. Mm-hmm. And we're on live for like 3 hours in the bathroom. So drunk, on drugs, like just having the best time. And then we just smoked a blunt with the sunrise. And it was
blunt is hilarious. We were smoking like all night.
chain smoking weed.
Yeah, and like,
Literally.
and the hotel people were like, "Yeah, have fun."
We were like sitting in the hotel like courtyard, just
Yeah.
like blowing kush.
Yeah, like, so yeah,
So that's our journeys. Those are the funnest memories. Obviously, we saw eras together as we had to, and Hannah was there.
and
so-
Hannah went 8 times.
Hannah went 12 times. And
Aren't you going
to the
again?
next one.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
she's the only person
Wait,
I
you
know
are
who got
to
a
Indiana?
code. Okay, so now let's get into like some of the burning questions.
Yeah, do you guys have any questions for us from the bat?
About what?
Taylor Swift.
About what? About what? Ah! Okay,
So no.
my first question is, well, my next, like all my questions are for everyone. I want to hear from everyone.
Okay.
Favorite album? And keep in mind that anything like ranking, favorite, whatever is just the hardest decision I've ever had to make. So,
For years and years, it was Red.
yeah.
It still might be Red.
Yeah.
Or 1989 or Reputation or Folklore.
Right.
Or Midnights. I don't think I can pick. Today, if I had to choose right now, I would say Red. because I
Okay.
listened to it in full yesterday.
Cool. Mine is Folklore. If I had to choose, Lover is like a very close second, which is so insane because like didn't know it until last year. So, but it is just so goddamn good. By the way, guys, my makeup was slayed by Hannah Antello, and she is here. And once she makes her makeup Instagram, I'll tag it in our description. But I have a full Lover look today. Actually, I'm just gonna you guys need to get into this.
It's fire.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not.
And then I'm wearing my Dump Him shirt to like
Yeah, I'm wearing my No Tears Ricochet shirt.
slay. Okay, little moment for the beat.
My favorite is definitely Folklore, but then like it used to be Lover for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Folklore is one, but like I want to say they're tied, but like the
Folklore's
more
just
and more I listen like to the albums, I like just keep putting on Folklore over Lover now.
that's how I feel about
Interesting.
Evermore, but I know that Evermore's
It's
not my
like
fave.
literally like this and this like right on top of each
Yeah, it
other.
hurts. It's like
True.
choosing children, which I
One thing I love about you is that you love the Lakes original version. Or the,
original
yeah.
version does everything for me.
God, I love the Lakes is one of my favorites, but Hannah got me into the original version because we listened to it like 8 times going to Nashville.
Red is your favorite album?
I do that.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
wearing my sweatshirt right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
she
true.
is.
Red, Fearless, and Ever.
What's your favorite song?
Psh. My favorite song by any artist of all time is I Knew You Were Trouble.
Right.
Original version.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Bobby does.
I don't hate the new version because I listened to it, but
It's just tough when like the
The
original's so ingrained in your brain, like that a type of song that you've listened to that many times. If it sounds even a little bit different, it just like throws you off.
and like there's something about the second verse into the second chorus that does something for me in the original. But Max Martin didn't produce the Taylor's version, so I think that
Right.
it might have just lost some of the magic for me
And
and
why
the
do you
emotion.
think that is?
There's theories on Reddit. I think either he was too expensive or like something
billionaire?
happened.
Yeah, I think something happened. 'Cause,
Maybe.
Like, why would you? What?
I
I
don't
don't know. But my favorite song is The Way I Loved You. But I was just telling Hannah when we were doing the sleigh that I feel like that's kind of like my lazy just like go to because I'm not ready to like reassess and actually choose one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like what it's always been. So I'm just like, yeah, it's that.
Because you're not even a fearless girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Fearless is probably my least favorite album. Probably.
Yikes. Debut is my least favorite.
Oh, I love Debut. Well, like I don't like
Love it.
5 songs from Debut, but the ones that I do are like,
I like every
oh,
song
I
except
hold them so near and dear.
There's some I don't love.
Smiles like the radio. I mean, come on.
I love that album. Like I don't hate any of them.
Yeah, I love all of them, but that is my least favorite debut.
Yeah. I just like there's so many songs on Fearless that I don't like, and I hate
Like what?
the vault tracks, like bad.
That's psychotic. I was listening to You All Over Me on my way.
Dude, the Fearless vault tracks are my favorite vault tracks.
So that was my next question: is what is your favorite vault tracks? Mine are Red.
Fearless
obviously,
by
'cause
far,
there's, like,
no
12 of
skip.
them.
That's the CD in my car is like the second disc with the vault tracks. They're just so good and
My favorite
Many of-
tracks are Red.
Yeah, 100%.
Red's my second.
Red's vault tracks are like the first time I heard them, it felt like I'd already heard them. Like they were just my favorite songs.
Good.
Hey Hannah, what's your favorite song? Like not both tracks. What's your favorite song?
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Stay.
Whoa.
She said it so dead serious.
That was the only song on Red that
I do love that song. It's so fun.
Probably Peace.
Love
Wow.
Really?
Folklore, yeah.
It's not Ivy.
I think it's just like a song that just I really relate to.
You
in the
needed
way that
it.
It's just like, is it gonna be enough if I'm always depressed and crazy and sad all of the time and scared of everything? Is that okay?
It seems like it is. We've been dating for like 3 years.
4 years.
4 years, so there you
I'm
go.
getting emotional just thinking about it.
Well,
Oh
this
my
is the
God.
time to get
It's
emotional.
just a great
Seriously.
song. It's a perfect song.
I have two favorites and they're tied and I refuse to pick between the two of them, but it's The Lakes and Tolerate It.
Ugh.
Great choices. I got chills.
My next question, speaking of stay,
Okay.
is what 3 songs from her entire discography would you like omit from the face of the earth?
I know.
Soon you'll get better.
Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe.
I just don't like it. I'm allowed to not like things.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That one, and then I don't know, like every Speak Now vault track, except for I Can See You.
Oh my god.
I think they suck.
They are so boring and shitty. I hate them so bad. Castle's Crumbling, I could fall asleep.
That's good.
Electric
Touch is...
Eh.
At no point did I need Fall Out Boy on that shit, or Pete Wentz, or whoever the fuck it is. I don't even care. Ew. I hate it bad. I Can See You is just so good, though.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, well, you think about yours, because I know mine. It's so easy.
I just said mine.
Oh, you're taking all the Volt tracks and that's it?
Except for I Can See You. But yeah, I mean, if we're going with like originals, I could do without some of the debut ones. Like, I don't know. I don't hate Mary's song, but I'd never listen to it.
I feel like
could get
there's
rid of
some
it.
that I don't listen to, but I don't need them to be omitted. There are certain ones that I'm like, I cringe when it's on. Mine would be Glitch.
Oh my god.
I think it's genuinely one of the worst songs I've ever heard by any artist.
Have you listened to it with headphones?
Bold.
Sure.
The production is so cool on that song.
It is.
It gives me a headache.
Oh my god, it's disgusting to me.
I love it.
Endgame, I say as like a joke because I just,
Endgame.
I don't know, but I'm starting to come around to it almost like ironically, so I don't know if I can count that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I think Stay is like, has to be one of them.
It's the worst.
It's tied with like Ronan.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even count that, but bye.
That's so true, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby loves Cancer. He hates Soon You'll Get Better in Ronan.
Mine would be 100% Bad Blood, specifically the Kendrick Lamar version.
The remix could
Yeah.
literally.
Can't do it, but I can't
You
do
guys
that
are
song
insane.
In general,
I
I
love
just
Kendrick.
hate that freaking
God, I love Bad
song.
Blood.
I love Bad Blood.
No.
Her, when she was friends with Kanye, and that's why I don't like Endgame. I don't like the remix. Like, I'm just like, stay in your lane, girly. No one asked you to do hip hop.
No,
I did.
I hate it so much.
It's bad.
And
People
then-
always, sorry, but
No, you're good.
you guys know that Drake and Taylor Swift are my absolute, like, would die for both of them. And people are always like, do you think they'll collab? And I'm like, I literally pray to God every night that they never collab. Like, that would ruin me if they collabed.
I know,
Like,
that's right.
there are certain artists that just don't need to work together. And Drake and Taylor Swift are those artists. Like, I also think that Taylor Swift didn't need to do a song with Ice Spice. Like, it's just
Yep.
not.
That I would admit that.
But now I love it in like a funny way.
Yeah,
Facts.
I hate it.
It's so funny to me.
That's so bad.
And Mackenzie loves it, like, and that's so funny to me, and it
Uh-huh.
makes me love it. I feel the same way about Endgame.
Comment
Like,
is that girl like
facts.
facts.
Okay,
I
what
love
are
Ice
yours?
Spice, though.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
Kendrick remix Bad Blood.
Or just Bad Blood.
All of it in general.
Don't you hate Shake It Off?
Yeah, that was my next one. I fucking hate
That's
Shake It
so
Off.
funny.
Love it.
Oh, Right Where You Left Me, I hate.
We're not getting into that
So
yet.
We'll get into that.
I don't like it at all.
And then I think my last one would be You Guys Are Gonna Hate Me and I'm Gonna Look Like Such a Hater. But
Are they all from 1989?
Yes.
What is it?
Blank Space.
Oh wait, I forgot. Out of the Woods for me too. Sucks. But I texted you guys the other night randomly at like 2 a.m. and was like, I guess Out of the Woods isn't that bad.
When
Yeah, that was hilarious.
when 1989 came out, I did not like Out of the Woods.
I was
either.
literally like, stop saying it. Stop saying it. Literally stop. Don't say it again. Do not say Out of the Woods one more time or I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I have beef with a lot of her choruses because
okay.
they're so like for instance,
Repetitive.
my favorite vault track on 1989 is Say Don't Go because the verses are so beautiful and then the chorus takes me out of it because it's so cheesy and juvenile. Like the beat itself, the melody, and the lyrics. Why'd you have to lead me on? Why'd you have to twist the knife?
You
Like
said that was your favorite one when it came out.
it is, but the chorus is like awful.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to? Like it doesn't fit, and it's just
I love it. I'm obsessed with the 1989 Volt tracks. Like,
So good.
they're probably my
I'm not.
second
I
favorite.
was underwhelmed.
They do all sound the same though, and
They all
we've
sound
always
the
said
same.
that.
Yeah.
They literally, like, when they first come on in my brain, I like am like, well, I don't know what this song is because it sounds just like the other one. It could easily
exactly
fade
the
into
same.
that.
Is it over? And now that we don't talk
Yes.
at the beginning of
Yes.
those, I'm always
They're
like,
literally
which
the
one is
same.
it?
Literally, I don't know.
But I live for them.
I absolutely hate
except for
Suburban Legends, though.
Nope,
I
don't
think
do it.
that is a crime to humanity that
Suburban
she said
Le-
any of those words.
That's not a good.
It
I
is
got through
so
half of it and
cringe
I've
to
never
me.
listened to it again.
Same. I listened to. I think I maybe made it through, but I turned it off. I was the night that it came out. I was sitting in bed with headphones, and I was sitting there like crawling out of my skin. I was just like,
That's
and I've never returned.
that's my boyfriend's favorite vault track on there. Isn't that insane?
I know.
That says something.
It makes me like scared of him as a person.
gotta
Like
get it
I'm like,
together.
are you sure? Levi, get it
Not
together.
me using the actual
His
what
pronouns.
His pronoun.
Lee and Vi.
Me and bye.
What 3 songs would you omit?
Stay, stay, stay.
Period.
Fucking A.
Suburban Legends.
Period.
You guys. I'll get into it in a minute. I'm fucking
Woods.
pissed off.
Period.
That's fair. But except Say 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 is so cute. I love the
I don't mind saying
and
We almost broke
no, shut up. Those lyrics are
That's
genius.
when you came in wearing a football helmet and said, "Okay, let's talk."
Yeah, okay, so shut up, Aaron. Like you told me
She
to
sounds
say.
like a female faggot.
Non-derogatory. Those are some of my favorite lyrics. They're so funny and cute. Like, I threw my phone across the room at you last night, so the next day you came in wearing a football helmet and said, "Okay, let's talk." Like, that's so funny.
It is funny.
Yeah,
Almost
thank you.
Gagged.
No,
I love that song.
I'm mad.
You want to talk about juvenile and childish? I've never heard a song that juvenile.
It's
and
clever.
childish.
The fact that none of us said me really says something, and I love that for us.
I love me.
Me is a great
and I've
song.
always
I don't
said
love
that.
me, but it's
I listened to
fine.
it yesterday unironically just in my car
do it all the
alone and I
time.
screamed it and I had so much fun.
I love me.
It's like I obviously hated it when it came out and I wish Brendan Urie literally wasn't on it. It would be so much better.
She needs to stop collabing.
Fuck my nails.
Yeah, stop
don't need
collabing,
it.
girl.
We don't need
You
it.
are a one-woman show. Like, stop doing that.
I love the
Ouch.
Red Volt tracks so much when she did the collabs because they're done so well.
They're done so well.
And even like the Fearless Volt tracks are done so well where like the people are on them, but like she's still the star of the show. You know what I mean?
Speaking of,
Like I Bet You Think About Me, Chris Stapleton, period, great fucking song.
I Bet You Think About Me
Is
and
the best
Nothing
vault
New
track.
are like,
Yeah.
those are some of my favorite songs I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Forever Winter is so
I
good.
know you
too.
love
I
that
Bet You
song.
Think About Me probably 50 times on the way to and from Nashville.
Yeah.
That music video
It's so good.
was like, I watched it like I made my boyfriend watch it.
That was one of my surprise songs.
Was Stay,
Which
Stay,
time?
Stay?
No. I Bet You
What
Think
wasn't a
About Me.
surprise song for you?
It was great.
That makes me so
What was? Oh, you. Yeah.
I'm
I can't
like
believe
mad
that.
right now. We need to like get to a new question.
because of Stay, Stay, Stay.
Because of all of it, guys.
You love Glitch.
I love Glitch.
I love
Oh
that.
my God.
We're on the
Thank
same
you.
side.
Yeah.
Minus my 1989, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fucked. I'm mad again.
I'm with you. Well, I'm mad at you for Right Where You Left Me, and let's get into that.
Yeah, I don't like that song.
I want to do, and that to me is just like, doesn't make any sense because I feel like that is so you coded, like that sentiment
It
Have
is.
you never been
is like,
stuck at a
I've never, you've never been stuck at the restaurant.
been
We're
stuck
all,
at the
I'm still there
That's literally
right
the
now.
story of my life. I just don't like the song.
I know, like it's so, like when I listen to that song, I'm like, wow, Bobby would love this. Like I
I
don't
wouldn't.
get it.
I don't get it either.
I think you should try again.
I think
Okay,
you've tried
so-
many times that it's not going to change, and I forgive you for that.
Yeah, maybe one day,
I
guys.
forgive you.
I want to do,
Thank you.
and it happens all the time. He'll literally hate a song and he'll Labyrinth, you're like loving it right now, and
Oh
you
my
hated
God.
it so
And-
bad. Okay, well, my next question, and this is going to take a little bit of like having our phones in our hand probably. I want to go through and say our favorite song from each album.
Oh, shit.
I wrote mine down.
Have fun.
Oh, that's so funny.
Are we doing this too?
Yeah, we're all doing everything.
One from each album.
Yeah, so debut for me. God, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Mine is
Every
Cold
time.
as You.
That's what I was about to say.
Hell
What
yeah.
was you?
I can't believe she wrote that when she was 15.
I mean, again, we say this every time we talk about Taylor Swift. Like, this changes every minute and every hour. Like, every single question that we're asking, if we did this right after this, I'd probably say different shit. So, take that with a grain of salt. I would probably say that my favorite song from debut just is Tim McGraw. Like, it just is Tim McGraw.
That's fine.
Like, it just is.
That's great.
Yours is Cold as You?
Mm-hmm. Mary's song.
I love that.
Oh, my.
So much.
Oh, my. Okay, Fearless.
Love Story, and I'll say it with my chest. I love Love Story.
That's wild.
I cry it.
And I get that.
Mine's 100% The Way I Loved You, and that's one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever.
Same.
Yeah, it's the best.
Which is, it's crazy because The Way I Loved You is probably my favorite Taylor Swift song, and yet somehow it's not my favorite song on Fearless.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense, but it just is true.
I just was like, that was the only song I wanted for my shows.
She still hasn't done
It
it.
was the only one I wanted, and it makes me feel a lot better that she hadn't done it in the United States.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll play it for me in Miami.
Maybe she
Maybe.
will. My favorite song from Fearless is... Dude, I love Way Worse.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it with your chest.
But my favorite song is You're Not Sorry.
So good. I love every song on Fearless.
Wait,
Sorry.
did you choose Love Story?
Love Story.
Breathe.
Ooh.
Oh, hate it.
I know how to play that on guitar. It's the one only song I know how to play.
Okay. Are we including Volt tracks in this, or should we do our favorite Volt track after this?
After.
Okay.
It's too many songs.
Speak Now.
Oh, mine's Haunted.
Mine's Last Kiss, 100%.
Oh, mine's Last Kiss 100% as
Same.
well.
Also, Last Kiss.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Haunted
Last
is,
Kiss.
pretty much almost tied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just scrolling through. I'm like, it's Last Kiss or Mean, honestly.
It's
I love
Last Kiss, and I'm not even
I
gonna
love
look at
Mean.
the track
Mean's the
list. It
best.
just is Last Kiss. That song is just
I was listening to that on my way here, too.
insane. Like, is she
crying.
kidding? Okay. I don't, like, Red is just
Are we doing deluxe red or regular red?
deluxe.
Well,
Deluxe.
Red, obviously mine's I Knew Your Trouble, but besides that, I have
Yeah, that
to
doesn't even
shout
count.
out Holy Ground and The
Yo.
Moment I Knew.
The Moment I Knew is just fire.
Heartbreaking.
As fuck.
My favorite is Sad, Beautiful, Tragic.
I love
die
Sad,
for
Beautiful,
that song.
Tragic.
So up there for me.
Or Everything Has Changed. And I know that that's a collab, and I just said no more collabs, but I die for that one.
I
Her
do
and
love-
Ed Sheeran collab never bothers me.
The Last Time I love.
So good.
I love them all, so I don't know.
The whole damn album.
Yep. Period.
But if gun to my head, Treacherous.
Ooh, I forgot about
I think
that.
I was gonna say Treacherous or State of Grace, but I have to say something with you guys.
The lucky one.
No, well, the lucky one is
Fuck.
the lucky one. I think for me is like one of the best written songs I've ever heard in my life. Like those
Mm-hmm.
lyrics and just that concept is just so. She's a genius. Like
Mm-hmm.
that captures that. Oh my god, that's just like one of the best songs I've ever heard in my
And
life.
it's about
but
Joni Mitchell.
do you know how many fucking people have told me who it's about, and everyone
Shania
says a
Twain,
different
Joni
person?
Mitchell,
One of the Kennedys.
Dusty Springfield.
Like literally.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, I think it's about Joni Mitchell for sure.
That's crazy.
Yep.
What I was gonna say is that I think State of Grace acoustic is literally so much better than State
No,
of
I
Grace.
disagree.
And I would say that State of Grace acoustic is like my favorite song on Red.
Wow.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
Next,
1989.
New Romantics.
You Are in
Yeah.
Love.
Clean.
I Am in Love.
You Are in Love. You Are in Love.
I am in love.
Oh my god, stop! I'm gonna cry. Clean.
I want to say that Clean is one of the best songs ever, but my favorite
Ever
in
made.
1989. All you had to do was stay.
Oh
Ooh.
All you
god.
had to do.
Have me in the
It's-
palm of your hand.
It's clean right now, but on any given day, I'd say it's How You Get the Girl.
Oh, that was
Yes,
That's crazy.
bitch.
I
And
was
H.T. Hayes hated
begging.
that one.
I
Who
hated
did?
that he hated
I
that. It
hate
pissed me the
H.T.
fuck
Hayes.
off.
It was really annoying.
I wanted.
Yeah.
I keep almost saying "Girl at Home," which is so embarrassing,
I love that song.
and I would admit that omit that too. Like
What?
"Girl at Home"?
Yeah.
Stop
that
it,
song.
Hannah.
I love it.
Stop it, Hannah.
Love it. Anna's.
Okay.
Hannah A. Bray.
How You Get the Girl and Clean, like they're tied for
Yeah,
me.
they're amazing.
Okay.
Reputation,
Reputation.
babe.
So I have 4 for Reputation that I wrote down.
Okay. Reputation is my second least favorite album.
I can't talk about that.
And I will tell you that H.T. Hayes' review of it almost like swayed me in the other direction. Like I was like, you're kind of right. This sucks.
I
Like
love Reputation.
it's like lazy
Aaron's
EDM.
gonna be a huge Reputation fan when Taylor's version comes out. And waiting for.
It's probably one of my favorite eras, like ever.
Yeah,
And like when it came out, I loved it so bad. But now some of the tracks I listen back and I'm just like,
No, I love it so much.
this is not. And it might be like Jack Antonoff, Max Martin's fault. Like it's not all her fault. Like some of the production to me is just like,
I
ew,
love the production.
why'd you guys do
I
that?
love it so much because it's like her fuck you album.
Exactly.
But
And
it's
I
really
love
not.
the sentiment. That's why it's my favorite era.
The reason I
But
love Reputation
I
so
love
much is
the
because
aesthetic.
it's presented as a fuck you like album, but really like when you listen to it, it's
So
a love
vulnerable
story.
and
It
love.
is a love
Yeah,
It's about
it
her
really
falling in
is.
love amidst
Yeah.
like all of
Well,
the
and
shit
that's
going
why I
on.
love it.
So mine are Don't Blame Me or Ready for It or I Did Something Bad or Call It What You Want.
Mine is
New
New
Year's
Year's
Day.
Day.
That's
That's not
mine,
even a
and that's
question.
one of my favorite songs of all time.
Ever.
Like of all time of any artist ever, New Year's Day is one of my favorite.
Ever.
songs.
It's literally like, how did she do that?
Dress or call it what you want.
Yeah.
Call It
Oh,
What You
and.
Want.
And she said or and she said and. This is so hard for me.
Lover.
Mine on Lover originally was It's Nice to Have a Friend. 'Cause it was,
Love it.
yeah. And then now it's Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Oh,
Or honorable mention, I Think He Knows.
oh.
That song.
Love her.
I
Yeah.
physically I like Folklore is my favorite album, but Lover probably has like my most amount of favorite tracks on it.
Okay.
Like I could literally, I Forgot That You Existed, Cruel Summer,
Ugh.
Miss Americana, Death by a Thousand Cuts. Are you fucking
Ooh, Death
kidding
by a
me?
Thousand Cuts.
London Boy, False God, and You Need to Calm Down. I'll say it.
False goddess.
One of my,
You used to love The Man
The Man used to be my favorite song
of all time.
But you hated it at eras.
It gave me the ick. I was
Me
so
too.
excited for that song.
You're
It was
making me feel
It was like my
powerful.
favorite song ever. Bobby knew that. It was my favorite song
I knew
ever.
that.
Like as
Like,
recently
everybody
as of
knew
like
that.
COVID times.
Yes.
Before eras.
Before airs, and
Yeah.
then we went to the door and I was fucking ready for it, and she kissed her fucking arm and said, "You're making me feel like the man," and I said, "Nope,
It was
Done.
crazy.
I can't do it anymore," and that makes me so sad because I love that song. But I always had like one that was pretty much tied with it, and it was Daylight. And so
Love.
now it's definitely Daylight and probably, I don't know, I get so like conflicted on it, but probably The Archer.
I love the
Oh
art.
my god. I feel like I could cry right now having to choose between these songs. Like every single song on this album is my favorite song.
I didn't like The Archer because I thought it was boring for
Me
so
too.
long. But
And
then
now I get it.
I get it.
I
well,
get it.
I was on Reddit, and this sounds so pretentious, but someone commented, like, I'm not even a swiftie, but The Archer, if it had different, like, production and melody, could literally be a Bruce Springsteen song. And I was like, the lyrics, and then I listened to the lyrics, and I was like, all of my heroes died all alone, help me hold on to you.
I
It's
love the
so
production.
beautiful.
As soon as I heard someone say why it was that way, I was like, oh, I get it.
Oh, I
Like-
get it all.
Like it genuinely feels like you wake up pacing like a ghost. Like it
Mm-hmm.
feels like there is no release, there is no drop, there is no like it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and it never amounts to anything and it gives you like this unresolved,
Like
like,
that one
anxious
song.
feeling. Anywho,
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
oh, period.
Or
My.
Lover.
Fact.
Just
Hannah
Lover.
literally has an entire forearm dedicated to Lover, and it's the most beautiful tattoo.
I saw that on Reddit, too.
I know, isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
Also, Ready for It and Look What You Made Me Do from Reputation.
Are
Like, I didn't
amazing.
even talk about them because it's New Year's Day so hard for me, but like,
I love every Taylor Swift song, I think.
yeah, me too.
There. Stay,
Okay.
Stay.
Folklore.
You can't make me choose on this one either. The
I have
whole
two.
album.
I have two.
Invisible String and The Lakes.
Mine is a Lake's original version, and then it just is 100% illicit affairs.
I love the one, too.
Peace.
Right.
Right, we knew that.
Peace is one of my favorites,
I'm
too.
gonna go The One, Cardigan, Exile, My Tears, Ricochet, 7, August,
7, yes.
Illicit Affairs, Invisible String, Betty, and Hoax.
Betty.
I'll say it.
I love
And The
that.
Lakes.
I want to
also
say
mine.
on record that Exile is the most beautiful song she's ever written.
Ever.
in
Oh,
her entire
absolutely.
life. Ever.
I feel that way about My Tears, Ricochet.
Uh,
I mean,
My Tears Ricochet.
there's
too is up
no
there.
way
Literally
that
my
you're
shirt.
serious about My
Exile
Tears,
makes
Ricochet.
my
Like,
boyfriend
What do you-
That album's
Oh, I thought you
so
were talking to
hard
me.
pick
I was like, I
from.
love it. It's
no,
on my
like, there's
sweatshirt.
no way that she's like, be fucking for real, bitch. There's no way you wrote that.
It's insane.
That shit is
It's
crazy.
And so the battleship will sink beneath the waves.
No, that song's amazing.
And when you can't sleep at night, you'll hear my
soul.
stolen lullabies.
Yep.
Okay.
That's one of the best lines ever.
That I've like ever heard. Like that
Whenever-
song.
Whenever Taylor and I are together, my boyfriend, and Exile comes on, he has to change it because
'Cause
it
it-
makes him cry.
Aww. I love Exile.
Okay.
Willow. Willow is my favorite on Evermore.
Obviously, right where you left me, but Bobby might be the only person that knows this about me. I would live, die, everything for Marjorie.
Yeah, and you made me like
song.
Marjorie.
I play that song on fucking repeat. I love it. I love that fucking song. It's so good.
I have to choose 3, and I know that that's wrong, but it's Champagne Problems. Oh my God, no. Happiness. Fuck.
Happiness is so sad.
Ugh. Anticipating fucking season and Gold Rush. Okay. It's Champagne Problems, Happiness, Ivy, and Right Where You Left Me. And I won't choose.
And that's okay.
Ivy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Where You Left Me.
Right.
Could I say something about Willow?
Yeah.
Sure.
Willow is so genius to me because the lyrics, you can't tell if it's like a love song or a breakup song. It can be interpreted both ways, and that is so genius to me and beautiful. So I'd like
Because
your
what's
opinion.
the difference?
So
Yeah,
In the pain.
yeah. I have a theory she was like going through it for a while with him.
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
100%.
Like I think Maroon is about him.
I think she's always been going through it with him.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
Lover
he's
to
broke.
me, because he's broke ass. Lover to me is like not.
Reputation's more.
I
of a
don't look
love
at Lover
album.
as like a love album like at all.
It's not happy. Like it's literally about like falling for someone that you like weren't supposed to fall for, and them kind of wanting to keep it casual, and you being like way more into them than they are
Yeah.
into you,
Yeah.
and
Classic.
being she's literally like. Everyone always says that like Blue was like a reference to him because of like his eyes and whatever, and it's like no, girl, she was feeling sad.
Yep.
She's literally always talking about him making her blue, like sad wise. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, even if it makes me blue. Like that's not happy or healthy. Like
The
sucks.
first line of Midnight's is staring at the ceiling with you, you don't ever say too much. Which like in context of the song is like, oh, like you don't
Seemed
worry about all
positive.
this shit. But now
Yeah.
it's like, oh, and then after hearing You're Losing Me, it's like,
Oh.
I think he just didn't give a fuck about her emotions.
yeah, and I
No,
think
I
like
don't
he
think he
wasn't.
did either.
You don't really read into my melancholia. Seemed positive at first, and now I'm like, no, you're like
Which is
not
crazy
listening to
because
her.
millions of people in the world do read into her melancholia. That's her whole thing.
And so that's why it seemed like positive. It was like you don't. But
But
now
then
it's
it's
like, you
like,
just don't care about
you weren't
her.
giving.
Yeah, you weren't giving anything.
She was. I'm kind of buzzed.
Hello.
From the one claw.
From
Did you
two.
say that?
No, I was gonna say he wasn't letting her shine like the little bejeweled babe that she is.
Exactly.
Favorite from Midnight?
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Rain. Or question.
Ooh,
And
Midnight's
question.
just hard for me.
I like do not know.
Mine is 100% You're Losing Me, even though it's like not on
God, that's such.
here. But if I had to pick one that's actually on there, it would be Paris.
Oh, I love Paris.
I love
I
Paris.
love
So
Paris.
well.
From not 3 a.m., from regular, from 12 a.m., from midnight. It's question or it's fucking anti-hero for me.
What?
Like, I think that is her best single. I'm obsessed with it.
When you just said
No,
that.
I could
same.
hear it 1,000 more
It's
times.
me.
And it's,
I love Antihero though, but I don't think it's her best single. That's crazy.
I love the choruses.
You
I
should
love
have
the bridge.
Seen the visceral reaction I had when Vigilante shit came on in Erin's bathroom.
You don't like
She
Vigilante?
said,
I literally was doing her makeup, and I went because I was so excited.
Oh, good. I was like, wait a second.
is that your fave? From regular midnights?
Oh.
From 3 a.m., it's Paris. Like
Paris is-
I love High Infidelity, which I
regular
know is not a
midnights,
super popular
That was
opinion,
one
but
of my songs too.
I like all the
Infidelity
vault tracks
was?
on
Because I
there.
went on April 29th. Yeah, it was great.
I mean, You're Losing Me is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, that. And that's
I bought the CD with it.
You know what? I'm gonna go
I
with
ordered
Karma, and that just is what it is.
period.
Ooh, I love Karma. Mine's either Lavender Haze or Maroon.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a good episode? Or are we just like making lists?
We could do a little story time and then go back to the questions.
Don't even
Or we
know
could
I
smoke.
don't have any more stories. God, I need to smoke.
Let's smoke.
What's your favorite track 5?
I wrote this down. My Tears Ricochet.
Yeah.
Yeah, You're on Your Own Kid is a close second for me. It's Cold as You, White Horse, Dear John, All Too Well, Delicate, All You Had to Do Was Stay, The Archer, My Tears Ricochet, Tolerate It, and You're on Your Own Kid. See, All Too Well would have been mine, but then it just became way too much for me. Like, overdone.
All Too Well time. I listened to it last night.
I did too, but like, it's still a little
It's
much.
gonna have to be My Tears Ricochet, but I love every single one of those songs. That's crazy.
You just said you
which
hate Delicate.
Do you like mine or My Tears Ricochet and Tolerate It for sure? Are my two
Well, here's
favorites.
I
my
love
dilemma.
Tolerate It.
Is that my favorite album from song from 1989 is All You Have to Do Is Stay.
Right.
But My Tears Ricochet is just
A powerhouse of a ballad.
gutting, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's those two.
I think it's gonna be My Tears Ricochet for me personally.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
Or Dear John, or White Horse, or Cold as You, or All Too Well, or All You Had to Do Was Stay, or The Archer.
I can't stand All Too Well
Or You're on
regular
Your
version now. Like I would never listen to the 5-minute version. Like what are we doing?
I did the other
Cool.
day.
Throws me off.
It throws me off. I'm
It
like,
did throw me off. That's why I wanted to listen to it too, because I was like, I wonder if it's weird now.
It is to me.
Yeah, I like kept singing the line.
There's a few things that we need to discuss that are not a couple things that are not like ranking vibes.
Yeah.
One was a request from our audience, not this audience, our fans online.
Okay.
And it was
Talk about.
Travis Kelce of it all.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I need you guys to talk about it. And I'm going to say, okay, girl, here it is.
I am obsessed. I
Of
love them. I
Stanship.
think
Never looked at
it's
anything more.
exactly.
I mean,
So cute and fun. He's
it's so
tall.
cute and fun.
My thing is, he's so tall and
He's
handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well.
Yeah.
So,
And he's so charming. He's a good singer.
And he's not very smart, but he's sweet.
so that's my thing is like, I don't know that this can be long term for her because I think he maybe lacks a
I
depth
think
that
they're
she
gonna be
needs in a
engaged by
partner.
May.
I bet they'll be engaged.
I could see her getting engaged to him and I could see it not working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like,
She's a lot smarter.
I
than
think
him.
we're all very smart people. I think we know what it feels like to be with someone who's just like not there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And not even like intellectually, but more so just like
Emotionally.
the depth of like emotional and like conversations and like the way that you think. Like sometimes that can just be a little boring.
I mean,
But
It's just like,
But it seems like he like has the right sentiments and intentions with
yeah,
it.
but here's my thing. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I feel like most people have rebounded with a guy like him and it doesn't last.
Can I say
I don't know.
my
I'm not a rebounder.
point on that is that, like, I think that everything that she went through in her last relationship, I think that he probably talked down on her a lot and probably
Yeah.
made her feel very stupid. And,
And was
Travis
boring
has
and
never
private.
been
And
like that.
broke.
Travis
He's like
has
the
never
opposite
been
of
like that.
Joe.
He's a golden retriever.
No, he's like a rich actor, but
What's happening?
it's just
Joe
a
Alwyn's
meme
broke
online.
ass.
Joe Alwyn's broke ass.
I know, but I was like literally like, but is he actually broke? Did something happen? Because I know.
I
I mean,
like,
compared to her,
no.
everyone's broke. So
that's
like,
just
yes,
so true. Travis has no money.
I know.
He's actually really rich.
Peasant.
Richer than Joe, I would say, probably.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
What has Joe even been in?
But money means nothing to me,
British
so
stuff?
whatever. I love it.
I love it too.
Same.
I just know.
I just want her to be happy.
Yeah, I want him to be happy now too, though. I love him.
I know he's so sweet.
I know.
He's very sweet.
I
And
just live
his
for
interview
them.
with Wall Street Journal was also very sweet.
He's
Yeah.
just a sweet guy.
I've never seen her happier with anybody ever.
For
She
real.
literally ran off the stage and kissed him.
Kissed
That
him
was amazing.
so
She's such-
hard.
Karma's the guy on the
Down
Chiefs.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
But yeah, I've personally rebounded with a Travis, and I was kidding myself. So
Well, I hope it lasts.
I hope it lasts, but also
not gonna
like
Her
last.
rebound was Maddie
it's not
Healy.
gonna last.
I mean, I feel like no celebrity.
Her rebound was Maddie Healy, not Travis.
Yeah, but I just
I
feel
feel like this is more of a real.
when you're in a
rebound.
relationship for a long time where like you don't feel good, I feel like you seek out whatever you were missing in that relationship from the next like actual partner, and that's all that he is. And sometimes neither one of those things is what you need. Like somewhere in the middle is probably what you're really looking for, and just going from like one end of the spectrum to the other just like feels like what you need next, and then you get into that one for longer and you're like, oh,
Well, I personally like him because she seems way more.
Oh my god, I love him. She seems so happy, and I hope they date for
ever.
He's
a year or
jumping
two.
into the fishbowl with her rather than like trying to keep her in the house.
Aww.
I mean, it's just
And I
amazing.
think it's just like a great story of like he shot his shot and actually fucking got it. Like who would have thought?
Right.
They're in their
jealous of
honeymoon
them.
phase, and I love it. And
So
I like being in like
Love
a similar era as Taylor too. You know what I mean?
yeah, totally. I feel like before we knew everything we knew about Joe, like I felt like me and her were in the same era when like Midnights came out. I was like, this is so relatable. And
Her and Joe
now
were broken up for a really long time.
I do too, and that's why when everyone was like, she moves on so fast.
think
I
they were-
always say this about celebrities too, though, like not even her. Like the public hears about things so much longer after they actually happen. Like especially when you're that famous, like you literally do everything you can to keep your life private. Like you don't go outside, you hide from paparazzi. She knows places, like
Yeah.
and I
she
just
knows
feel
the
like,
media. Like no media outlet is gonna like do wrong by her because she'll blast them and they'll get literally
with
witch
their
hunted by the
she's
Swifties.
like more powerful than Kris Jenner when it comes to like
Absolutely.
controlling like
and influence and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet or a something on the internet.
Uh-huh.
Like listen to Sweet Nothing, but like the perspective that she wrote it like for her mom, which I think is very sweet.
I don't get that.
I don't know.
I love interpreting songs different though. Like the one night I thought Maroon was about herself.
Yeah.
Cause okay.
Were you on shrooms?
No, but like I was really just like, I was like, wow, that would be crazy. Like if you listen to the lyrics, especially, the lips I used to call home, it could be the lips I use to call home. Like just crazy. Like all the, look it up.
True.
I
The
think
lyrics.
it's just about Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Oh,
It might be. It might be about Joe.
I think it's about Jake Gyllenhaal because of like Red to Maroon, obviously,
Yeah.
and it's track two.
That's what I thought originally, but
too,
then
but
I
I
thought
think
like
it's
it
about
was
Harry
worse than
Styles.
Jake Gyllenhaal, which is the point of it being.
I
so
thought it was about
Scarlet
Harry
Witch.
Styles because, and I thought Question has something to do with him too. I have a theory that Question is about, like, because I always say this on the Long Pond studio sessions, she talks about how she used to really not be able to write a song about more than one thing at once. Like she's like very like straightforward. This is the topic,
And then she
Aaron
started-
Dessner like taught her how to like kind of
Make
pull
it-
from this, pull from this,
And make it
it's
all one narrative.
Yeah, and it's
Mhm.
exactly what
Aaron Dessner's a god.
exactly
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love
Cincinnati's own.
Yep.
And I feel like she like did that on Question. Like I think Question is she called it Question ... question mark because she wanted to confuse us all. She wanted everyone to be like, what's this about?
For
and it's
sure.
about like 12 different situations at once, and she just like threw it all in the same song.
I totally buy into that.
And so the reason that I think Maroon and part of Question is about Harry Styles is because I Googled, like, when was there a meteor shower over New York? Because she's always talking about the sky was maroon and the meteor shower, whatever that line is, and meteor strike. And there was a specific one in, like, 2013 that, like, made the sky red that you could see from New York. So I was like, that's when she was with Harry or breaking up with him or getting back with him or whatever it was. So I thought Maroon was about that because looked up and the sky was maroon.
Mm-hmm.
But
The most obvious is that it is about
Jake
a guy,
Gyllenhaal.
but I don't even
Oh.
think it's about Jake Gyllenhaal because I feel like she's saying it was worse than Red, which was about Jake Gyllenhaal. Like it was more intense than that to me.
yeah, I mean, after hearing the Vault tracks of 1989, I'm like, damn, she like loved Harry Styles. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it always just seemed so fun, and the breakup songs were so cheeky that it was just like,
Yeah,
right, loved that era.
I wish they would get back together. I like her with
Well, yeah, I
Trav.
mean, that's great. I love that. But maybe Harry's her middle ground that she ends up with. I just love that they're like, I love that she stood up when people were like booing him at the Grammys or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But, and the rust that grew between telephones would be like calling each other from across the ocean and
Yeah.
the water made it rusted. And like, there's a
yeah.
lot
I
of
thought
things
it
I
was
can
because
point
they
to.
didn't answer.
or they just didn't
Well, yeah,
talk
it could be
anymore.
that too. But
Yeah, so many
now that we don't talk.
interpretations. Mm-hmm.
another case for Harry.
No, that we don't.
Yeah.
But
That says one day I'm gonna marry the girl I'm with right now, whatever, and then it says I'm gonna cry harder than Taylor Swift did when she was begging her dad to let her come out as a Democrat.
Oh my God. I saw a tweet that was like, hearing the Volt tracks is like hearing about your parents' divorce when you're an adult, like figuring out why and changing like your whole perspective of the situation that you thought you knew.
Okay, but guys, back to it. I just looked up all the lyrics in Maroon and it all makes sense in my head. I don't think it is about herself, but I would think it would be so genius if it were, to like disguise it as like a breakup song, but all about her, and the lyrics all make sense. Like, it would be about like losing her old self, like the one I was dancing with in New York, like the 1989 era. Like, the lips I used to call home were so red because she always wears red lipstick.
Right.
Crazy.
What about like the roommate of it all?
You know who had a roommate? Diane Aragon. That goes into the whole Gaylor thing.
So speaking of Gaylor,
Fuck Gaylor.
let's do it.
I think it's so stupid that people are so dead set on insisting that Taylor Swift is gay.
Yeah. Well, one, like,
She's not.
you think every man she dates is a beard? She's dated like 400 men.
Right.
And like,
You think that's all an act?
and like, the authenticity of her music is like her base, like her like claim to fame. Like, it's so honest and raw. Like, she's clearly written multiple songs about multiple guys.
I will also say too, like
Like, they're not
imagine
secretly
in their
about.
everyday life. Like, if you're just like talking about like somebody that you know, and you're like, they're definitely gay, and they're just like not talking about. That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's
That's worse than
weird
It's
to
weird.
speculate about someone's sexuality for hours and hours and days on end. Like, there are
Yeah.
whole
Subreddits.
subreddits,
I know.
TikToks, tweet, like there are whole accounts where like that person's entire life is dedicated to Gaylor.
Yep.
And speaking of, so I'm on Reddit.
Right.
And I'm in the Stone Swifties one,
That's
which is just
funny.
like cooler Swifties.
Yeah.
Swifties who get high.
Yeah. And I like happened upon a Gaylor subreddit and I was like, no way. And I was
Yikes.
reading it and it was so insane.
Yeah,
They're
insane.
unhinged.
Like
Sure.
insane, bro. So I went to the Stone Swifties one and I made this whole post like saying how the Gaylors were so insane. It got a million comments from Gaylors and non-Gaylors alike, and just like
The girlies were fighting.
the girlies were fighting, and I came back to it to a million comments, and the moderators of that subreddit, the Stone Swifties, turned off the post, and they were like, we're no longer tolerating any talk about Gaylor. The Gaylor subreddit went private,
All because of you.
all because of me.
That's so fucking
It was
funny.
crazy.
That is crazy.
So
The only thing I will say is I do actually believe that I don't think a person, I think, sexuality is fluid. You can feel something one year and never feel it again, or it ebbs and flows or whatever. Like, I think something happened with Carly Kloss. I do think that she had feelings for her. I do
yeah.
think that there was a
she very much
situation
so could
between
have.
them.
I don't know.
And I don't think she dates women. I don't think I also don't care what she is. She could be anything. I don't even know why I'm speculating the opposite way. Like, I don't fucking care. But like, and the only reason that fully
welcome.
solidified it is right where you left me. Like, there's just no way around
I
it.
just
Glass
don't think that's
shattered
about
on
her.
a white cloth. Everyone moved on.
No.
No, because
You could hear a hairpin drop. There's no other thing that's about. She would
That's
never
like a-
say hairpin drop if she is a very calculated.
What does that
pointed
have
person.
to do with Carly
It's like an
Kloss?
old timey thing where if you were closeted, you would drop a hairpin and that would let other people know that you were gay.
I didn't know that.
Like, she would never say that. She's fucking Taylor Swift. Like, she knows what every single,
I knew I hated
every
that song
word
for a
has a
reason.
meaning. You hate her having a love affair with a woman.
No,
you
I hate
homophobe.
gay people.
so true.
I mean, that lyric does change things in my head, but
It really
also
does.
like I think
But the
that
cloth thing as well.
What's the
maybe
flaw
they were
thing?
just best friends and she lost a best friend. Like, that's some of the worst
Yeah,
heartbreak.
Absolutely.
I feel the same
Ever.
way. I feel like the lines were a little blurred, and I
Yeah,
feel like
true.
hairpin drop to me is
It
like
happens.
not debatable.
Which is great.
The cloth thing is Carly Kloss married a Jewish man, and she converted to Judaism for him.
Yeah.
Stepping
and then
on
what
the
happens
glasses.
at a Jewish wedding?
Stepping on the
Glass
glasses.
shattered on a white cloth.
Yep.
Everybody
Moved on.
But not her. She's still
She
at the
stayed
restaurant.
there.
Where
She's
Carly
still at the
told her she was
restaurant.
Yeah,
going to
bro. I bet you got a wife out there, husband, kids, and Christmas, but I'm unaware because I'm right where you love me.
That song.
She didn't go to her wedding.
I have literal fucking chills as
I
you
do
read
too.
the
Yeah.
lyrics of that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like so deep. That song is so deep.
It's so fucking
That song.
Yeah, but I just don't like it.
That
The amount of
is-
times-
Listen to it again with this in your mind and like listen to the actual lyrics.
That makes it worse for me about the Gaylor of it all.
But
It
like
is
also
about-
like I
even
think
if it's not from a
even if
sexual
she's not in love
place.
with him or was never in love with her either, like I do think it says something to like you can like have very deep like platonic love feelings for best friends in your life and things can change.
And that's
things
how
can
I
be
felt
gone.
about that song always.
Yeah.
Until the hairpin drop. Like there's you will literally never change my mind that is a gay reference. Like
Yeah.
she is not a person who just whimsically throws words into a song.
Yeah, true.
Like she could have said anything. Like the line is that it's so quiet that you can hear a hairpin drop. She could have said any word that fit right there that rhymed or sounded the same that you could hear in a quiet room that dropped, and she said hairpin drop.
Yeah.
If you Google hairpin drop, like it's all that comes up. It has nothing to do with Taylor Swift. Like that is like such a known thing.
Well, I've heard that like phrase a million times in my life, just not in
Yeah.
terms of gayness. Like it's just like a thing people say like when it's so quiet, like you couldn't hear a pin
A
drop.
pin drop,
Not a hair.
not a hairpin.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I owe the Reddit community an apology.
sorry for making the Gaylor subreddit private.
I think it's
Yeah, I
back
don't
now,
think she's gay. I
actually.
think it was just that song.
Exact, and I think it was
think
just
it was
that situation.
just-
Like,
I think it was
I
just
think
that.
sometimes
It also could have
you
been
can,
a thing of,
have
like-
a friend that you love so deeply, and maybe you make out, or like maybe you like there. I think there can be like you have something with a person that like you don't necessarily always have. Like, I don't think that she's necessarily like always gay or like always bisexual or like always into women, but I think that like they had feelings for each other and like
Yeah.
something happened there.
And I think that maybe Carly played her a little bit and she's like, what the fuck? You're
Oh,
marrying
yeah.
a man now?
Didn't Carly tell like her secrets to the press?
Yup. That
That's what
also
I heard.
happened.
That was the one where she was sprinkling around the misinformation.
To see who would.
I think Closure's about her. I think
Closure-
Gold
I think
Rush-
Closure's
Gold Rush
about
is
her,
about
too.
her.
You think so?
I think there's a couple songs about her.
Why do you think Gold Rush is about her? I always thought that was about Joe. Gold hair.
I feel like they also had a relationship where they were kind of jealous of each other in like an unhealthy way, and I
Yeah.
think like
It was like an obsession.
what must it be like to grow up that beautiful with your hair falling into place like dominoes? I just think that my mind turns you into folklore. And at dinner parties, I won't call you out on your contrarian shit. I feel like she's looking back on like maybe toxic things that happened in their friendship or like things that she didn't like about her, but that she was so mesmerized by her that she didn't call it out.
Closure is my song for.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Bitch.
Cunt.
Fucking
Edit that out.
bitch.
Let's bleep her name out.
I think we're done.
Yeah, do we have any other Taylor Swift things to say?
Well, I want to know what your favorite music video is.
Oh shit. I have to pee, so I'm coming in for this.
Guys, I have to set
Look what you made me do for sure.
100%.
Mine-
Bejeweled is up there.
Oh wait, no wait.
I could
That's a
see
whole
it.
other topic. Bejeweled is my favorite. Here's why. She said when she was doing promo for the Bejeweled video that there were so many Easter eggs that they had a PDF file with all of them.
Yeah. That's why I love it so much. Like, it's
Yeah.
so...
And I have a theory that is coming true, mind you, that the Bejeweled music video is about all of the Taylor's version and the Eras tour. So at the beginning, all of the different people are her different albums, and she is Taylor Swift. The first line is, "Oh, that's disgusting." Or wait, this is some of her best work yet. "Oh, that's disgusting." Folklore, Evermore, because people were like dissing on Evermore when it came out. Like, this sounds whatever. And then the three like stepsisters are her albums, and they're going to the ball, meaning the Eras tour. And Taylor herself is like the wench, and they're like, "You're not going to the ball,"
'Cause
aka
maybe
the
it
Eras,
didn't
because
happen.
debuts going to be released after the Eras tour, like last. And then so she goes to all the different like rooms, which are all the different albums, which
Yeah.
literally has told the order of them so far. And so basically, she's gonna release all of the albums during the Eras tour, and then when she wraps up the Eras tour, like the last night, she'll be like, Taylor Swift,
The only
Taylor's
thing
version
left to take back is
my
my
name,
name.
and here we go. And then debut's gonna come out.
And I will cry.
And
Yeah.
that does follow the
Freak
clock
out.
theory.
Mhm.
It doesn't follow...
Not the wall, but the.
I love clock theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Bejeweled music video I think is so genius, and I literally think that's what it is. Yeah.
I've had chills multiple times during the filming.
Yeah, and then all the different sisters want something different, and it kind of corresponds with like the albums they are. Like one wanted money, one wanted the love, one wanted whatever, the fame.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Look What You Made Me Do is just like
Iconic.
unfucking real.
Right.
Blank Space obviously is too, like in its own way. Did you guys ever get to do the one where you could like pause it and like drag around the room?
That was so dumb.
Oh my god, it was so funny. Bejeweled, like just the amount. I have a little fun theory about this too.
Ooh.
So one, I think when she comes out in like when she's walking down the hallway and she's saying, I've been too good of a girl, did all the extra credit, then got graded on a curve. I think that line and that scene in the video is about John Mayer, because in Paper Doll, he says, step out of that black chiffon. And while she says that line, she takes off the black cape. And I think like her being like too good of a girl and calling him like baby boy is just like a little like dig at him.
Which would make sense,
And I
because
love
wasn't that room the Speak Now room?
I don't remember. I thought that was like Midnight.
I don't know either.
But also, I have a theory. It's
that
not
was,
even
like,
a theory.
Midnight.
Like her and Drake are friends. Like,
Yeah.
and he basically confirms that in his new album.
Yeah.
And his most recent music video, I was literally watching it and I was like, he went to the Easter egg school of Taylor Swift. Like, his new album, he's got references to like Six God. There's dogs sprinkled everywhere in like funny little ways. There's like callbacks to other albums. And I was just like, I think she fucking helped him make this music video, to the point where he's literally in an elevator and they show the buttons and he presses floor 6.
No way.
And he goes to it.
For sure.
Like, are you kidding me? That's literally Bejeweled.
Yeah.
First person shooter featuring J. Cole music video is Bejeweled.
That's amazing.
It's so cute.
Look What You Made Me Do, Picture to Burn.
It's not Picture to Burn.
I love that music video.
It's so
I don't know if
funny.
I've
They're in the car with their friend. It's so funny.
I love I Can See You.
I love You Need to Calm Down.
Oh,
That
one's
music video
iconic
has
too.
made me cry several times. When her and Katy Perry hug. I mean, the first time you see that.
I did cry.
Cried.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sentiment is so beautiful.
Yep.
But I have something to fucking say about that music video, okay? And it's not about the video. It's about people. When that fucking music video came out, this random girl decided that she was gonna champion for Appalachian people and was like, this video is so offensive to like
I remember that.
poor people
Yeah,
and people
she was
who
like
live in the
cosplaying
country.
a trailer park.
And it's just
Like a dope video.
First of all, I didn't even think that was a trailer park. In my mind, I interpreted that as like the trailers on set of a video. Like I thought she was in like a getting ready trailer. Like I never even thought until literally right now.
It's just like campy.
That it was like, I know. And it's just
no
like,
pun intended.
I was like saying to them, I was like, you guys are actually the fucked up ones, because Taylor Swift never says that those people are poor or where they're from.
And
like,
they're not poor.
You're
they were all
stereotyping
rich
them,
celebrities.
assuming that those people are poor because of the signs they're holding up. Like, you're doing the exact fucking thing that you're saying she's doing. Like,
Right.
you're making fun of poor people. You're making fun of Appalachian people because those are the only people who would hold those signs. And it's like, what? You just did the thing that you thought she was doing. Like,
Right.
You're literally assuming because of who they are and what they're holding up that they're poor in Appalachian. Like, you just fucking made that up.
That's crazy.
They're not in the mountains. Like, they're just like just nowhere. Like,
And that would be really cool to be in the mountains.
and maybe it is. I don't know.
It probably is.
I don't know, but that music video fucks and that song fucks. And let me see your hands.
We got a lot to get to next week.
I have some shit to get into next week.
I have a crazy story for Erin.
We have so much to discuss next week, to the point where I was almost like disappointed that we had to do this week. Like, I'm obviously so excited.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, God, I have so much to fucking say that isn't about Taylor Swift. So make sure you tune in to episode 14, because I've got some shit to say.
All right. Thank you to our studio audience, Hannah
Thank
A.
you
and Hannah
guys so
A.
much for watching. Thank you to all of our Swifties. Thank you to Taylor Swift. Thank you to Paycor Stadium.
Thanks to Travis Kelce.
Thank you, Travis Kelce.
Thanks, Jack Antonoff, I'll say it.
For sure.
Carly Kloss.
Thank you, Carly Kloss, for the content. Thank you to the Gaylor community, even. You've provided us with some topics today. Thank you to Reddit.
Thank you to Tom Hiddleston.
Thank you to Loki.
Thanks to Taylor
Thank you to
Lautner.
Stan Lee.
Thank you to.
Connor Kennedy.
Thanks to Joseph Kahn.
I'm gonna
Joseph
say it,
Kahn.
even
Max
though I
Martin,
hate
love
him,
you.
But thank you to John Mayer because you gave us some great songs.
Jake Gyllenhaal, thanks.
Thank you to Joe Alwyn's broke ass.
I'll Venmo you some money for dinner.
Without all the exes, fights, and flaws, we wouldn't be standing here so tall.
True.
That is the epitome of like our lives and her career, and without all the exes, fights, and flaws, we would not have a podcast.
Literally, thanks, Taylor. And thank you.
And thank you to everyone who's ever wronged me.
Wow.
We love you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Our longest episode yet.
Don't forget.
I'm
to say thank you
literally
to your
gonna
local
talk.
faggot.